What's going on, everybody? It's Davey from the 80s, and you are now entering the Cinema Chop Shop. So park your ass right there. And while you're there, don't forget to hit the like, the share, and the subscribe button. Also, if you check the link below, you see a Patreon account, and you click it, you can become a member. All you gotta do is try to recommend movies and music and trailers for me to react to. Now, with that being said, we are here today with a review for freaking Fast 9, Fast and the Furious 9, 9 Fast, whatever the hell they want to call it. This is one of the freaking sequel of the sequel to Fast and the Furious. Now, let's talk about this damn movie. Now, me personally, I was not excited about this movie. I really feel like this franchise has been dead in the water for a long time, and I always felt some type of way because the franchise deviated away from what it was originally. Originally, it was about some street racing people and being involved in crime, right? So the essence, the soul, the purpose of the film was always derived in street racing. That was the culture. That was what the movies were about. That's why I like 1, 2, Tokyo Drift, and I think the one that they went to Mexico. That one, they kept the essence that was street racing. Once they started going into this like realm of action movie type stuff, I started to check out of the franchise. It just becomes a popcorn flick. It's just something to watch. But honestly, it doesn't have replay value in my mind at all. Fast 9, same thing. Has no replay value in my mind. Is it entertaining? Yeah, it does. Nice. Fireworks at the perfect time. All right, anyway, so like I said before, this movie has no replay value in my mind. It's not something that I'm going to go running back to watch again. The thing about the Fast and the Furious franchise, to me, what they've been doing is that they have been using the same old storyline over and over. Ever since it became an action movie, all they do is basically say that there's this global threat threatening the world, and we need these freaking heroes from East LA that have no fucking training to take down these people. Like to take down this world-class terrorist organization. Not the military, not the Navy, not the FBI, not some secret team, not a Green Beret, not MI6, not James Bond, not freaking Mission Impossible, none of them cats. You need Toretto and his band of misfits in order to take this group down. That's where the movie becomes really unrealistic. You have these people, like you literally have Dominic Toretto saving the world in Timberlands. I bullshit you not. This really happens. Like, this man is saving the world in Timberlands and jeans. You can't make this shit up. But the essence of, like I said, the essence of the movie is lost. It's gone. It's now an action movie. They use the same rubric for every single movie. There's a world-class terrorist. They're getting their hands on something that could destroy the world, and only Dominic Toretto can save the world. I don't know why, but this is always the rubric. And then always they want to throw it in like, oh, they throw freaking Jason Statham in the movie, or they throw freaking, now they're throwing John Cena in the movie as the freaking, the villain or whatever. And it doesn't really make any sense to me. Like, now all of a sudden Dominic Toretto has a brother. Tight. The one positive I do say about this movie is that they kind of go back into Dominic Toretto's past, and then they kind of revisit his childhood a little bit to show the relationship with him and his brother, him and his father, and things like that. That was a pretty cool aspect. And then even the little street racing scene that took place between him and his brother in the past, which was just a flashback scene, that was a pretty nice little touch too. So that was cool. I enjoyed that. That was literally the only good racing aspect in this movie. Other than that, like, there's no real aspects of racing in this movie at all. Like, not even a little bit. This movie is literally just a spy action movie featuring mofos that just know how to drive. Just featuring cars. It's nothing really like cool about it, no street racing aspect about it. It's just mofos that know how to drive. James Bond know how to drive. Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible knows how to drive. You just have these characters. Like most spy movies, like the main character knows how to drive. So it's nothing. You're not reinventing the wheel here. Like you have characters coming back from the dead, and then honestly, to me, the retcon that they used in order to bring back this dead character, that's Han. We all know he's back. You've seen it in the trailer. Han's back, bro. So what they used in order to retcon Han's character, it made zero sense to me, like, whatsoever. And then they try to throw in you have to stay at the end of the movie. You have to stay because there's like a mid-credit scene. That didn't make any sense because you're trying to retcon Han's death, and then you're trying to I guess, throw this in there so that in the next movie it'll explain what happened between these two. It's the most confusing thing ever, and it's really stupid. If you didn't want Han to die and you knew he was, and you didn't want him to come back, just don't do it. Now, I can't really go into too much detail about what I really want to do it without spoiling some stuff. So I'm just going to give you guys a spoiler warning because I'm going to go into some things that I didn't like. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bitch be gone. Anyway, so in Fast 9, we have Han was killed by Jason Statham's character. Like, at first it just seemed like, Han was street racing, he flipped over, a car blew up tight, whatever, Then they retconned it and then had Jason Statham's character killing Han. Tight, right? I was like, okay, I'll buy into it, fine, whatever, Now in this movie, they're saying that the Mr. Nobody saved Han and set it up to make it look like Han was killed, but he really didn't. That is stupid. That was freaking dumb. And then also in this movie, you have freaking... The whole time I'm watching this movie, right? And I'm like, they're making John Cena's character out to be bad. Like, he set his dad up and he tried to kill him, because he didn't want to live in the shadow. And I'm sitting there the whole time in the movie theater like, that doesn't make sense. There has to be something more to this. Watch, he's going to end up revealing something to Vin Diesel, and it's going to be, like, the truth. It's going to be something dark. I didn't know what it was going to be, but I knew that he was going to be innocent from what Vin Diesel was, blaming him for. And Lord and behold, yes, I was right. That ended up happening, and then they became brothers again, I guess, at the end. I will say this. I like the way that they honored Paul Walker, before I forget. They did name drop him a couple of times. They even had the car show up at the end of the movie for the end of the barbecue. That was a really nice touch. It makes you feel like he's still a part of the movie, still a part of the franchise. He's still in their hearts. That's great. Also, him naming his son Brian. So that actually, maybe that's a nod towards Paul Walker's character, keeping the character alive, giving a nice nod to him. Kudos to them for doing that. But then let's go back to this ridiculous shit. Now, throughout this whole damn movie, you have the most stupidest shit happening. The movie opens up with people driving on a wooden bridge as it's falling apart. Then you have John Cena's character freaking drive his car off a freaking cliff and then get picked off by a magnet. And then you have freaking Dominic Toretto's character drive off the cliff, somehow find a way to freaking get the rope of the bridge to wrap around his axle. And then he swings like Spider-Man and it crashes into a cliff without a scratch. And like I said, my wife actually pointed this out. She said this movie makes fun of itself in the movie, which is true. You have Tyrese's character continuously saying that, have you ever noticed that we go on these crazy ass missions that we can never explain, and then we always leave without a scratch? It's true though. They really do go through these crazy ass missions and they don't have a scratch. But when you really think about this movie in retrospect, like if you go from the beginning of the series till now, you're like, yo, this shit makes absolutely zero sense. Why this band of misfits from East LA are running missions and taking down world threat organizations. Then you have a couple of people from Miami that came in Too Fast, Too Furious. Then you have just sprinkles of people here and there from the franchise, right? You have Han, who really don't have, to me, he doesn't really have any training. You have Mia, she doesn't have no freaking training. Dom doesn't have any training. Dom's chick doesn't have any training. Letty, she don't have no training. Tyrese ain't got no training. Ludacris ain't got no training. The hacker girl with the big ass head don't got no training. Like, nobody has training in this movie, but yet all of a sudden they always know exactly what to do. It's stupid, right? Then they go to space. These motherfuckers actually have the balls and audacity to go to space with cars. They took a car to space. And then, honestly, they straight up ruined the cameo from my boys from Tokyo Drift. Y'all could have gave them like a little bit. Y'all could have gave them a real cameo. Like, come on. You had them basically invent the little rocket boosters that you was going to use to go to space. You could have had them do that, but then you could have also had them, just drive a little bit. At least drive a little bit of this movie to make it feel like they was actually a part of it. So you could kind of even see like the drifting aspect that was featured in Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift that we don't really get to see that much outside of Han. I don't know, man. Like, they kind of ruined it for me. Then these motherfuckers be using cars as pillows. Like, they be crashing and people be falling off of buildings and they swing a car and have them fall onto the hood. And it's like, really? Like, these people really maneuver cars like they're weapons. Like, they ricochet cars and hit people with it. That actually happened. This whole damn movie is just full of the most stupidest things ever. Vin Diesel I think Vin Diesel's fucking lazy. He don't want to learn fight choreography because this mofo be knocking down 10, 15 people with haymakers just swinging. Talking about family, just swinging. And he's just beating up everybody. And I don't understand why. Like, this dude grabbed onto two chains. And he pulls down a whole roof on top of everybody. And I'm just sitting there like, yo, this is such bullshit. Why is this happening? This fool is beating up his brother, who's a spy, who has some sort of military training, and he's just throwing his brother around the room, and his brother's just getting his ass whooped. And I'm just sitting there thinking like, bro, this makes absolutely zero sense that Vin Diesel is winning right now. He should be losing to this person that actually knows how to fight. Vin Diesel's just throwing haymakers. Family! Ugh. That's it. All he does, the whole movie. Throws people, backbreaker. He breaks somebody's back on a freaking rail. You cannot make this shit up. You can't. This movie is so fucking unbelievable. This is a long way gone from back when Fast and Furious, when they were stealing freaking DVD players from the back of a truck. That's believable. Stopping submarine missiles and nuclear missiles and driving a freaking space car through a satellite. They drove a space car through a satellite, y'all. Like, for real. Like, when you're really thinking about this in retrospect, how stupid it sounds to say it out loud. This movie's dumb. It's stupid. It's dumb. Like, I don't understand why this franchise is continuing. Like, I get it. It makes money. Whatever. It's an action movie and all that good stuff. But it's stupid. Like, I don't understand. Like, they really should have just ended it after Tokyo Drift and I would have been good. You could have ended it after Mexico. I would have been good too. But just keeping this franchise alive is just driving me crazy. Like, I don't know how many fucking movies they're going to make. I think 10, I'm praying that 10 is going to be the last one. But then you have the spinoff movies. So I really hope we don't get a Tyrese and Ludacris spinoff movie. I really hope, because these mofos cannot carry a franchise at all. And then the acting in this movie was freaking terrible. Terrible. Now, I don't expect no grade A acting. I don't expect mofos to come in here and give me a freaking Daniel Day-Lewis, Leonardo DiCaprio, freaking Joaquin Phoenix type, like, acting performance. But damn, you could have gave me something. This fool John Cena over here, kept doing this real stupid facial expression like he was like mid-stroke. This fool freaking Vin Diesel just looking all shiny and like he just had Botox the whole damn movie. Like, and they just deliver lines so dryly. Like, can't do it, bro. Can't do it. This movie's done. Stupid. Anything else? Let me think about anything else. What else? Talked about almost all the stupid things that I've seen in this movie. And this movie is filled with a lot of stupidity. A lot of stupidity. But I think that's all I got. Anything else? Can you think of anything else? Here on the Cinema Chop Shop, we grade movies in 3 ways. Count them 3 ways. We either get bodied and sent to the bowels of hell. You either get spared and, I tell you your movie's all great and gravy and good and, do a little dance for you or whatever. Or you can get the big fat meh, which means your movie was mediocre, mid-grade, mid-range jumper, midlife crisis, and all that good stuff. I'm going to be honest. Even though this movie was stupid as shit, I enjoyed it. It was very entertaining. It's something that you can watch. It's pretty funny. It has its funny moments like Tyrese, Ludacris, their little comedic aspects. I think there's a lot of stuff in here that's funny that's not supposed to be. I'll tell you that much, because we was show as hell laughing at shit that we wasn't supposed to be laughing at. But, you know, like, it was enjoyable. The action was cool. Outside of the unbelievable shit. And, you know, the comedy aspect. And they tried. So, I'm going to go ahead and give this movie a big fat meh.
Not quite my tempo.
Not impressed.
But it can be better.
Mediocre.
Meh.
But the TV gave me the impression that...
We said meh. M-E-H. Meh.
You heard it, folks. I give this movie a meh. It was okay. It's not something that I'm telling you you have to see right now. It's honestly something you could wait. Go see it at a $6 show. You could wait till it hits the $2 movie. Or you could just find it on bootleg somewhere online, you know, or pirating and all that good stuff. But like I said, this franchise is dead in the water. I hope it's only one left. Because I can't do this no more. I don't know. Where else are they going to go? They already went to space. Maybe they'll hit a mission on Mars. I don't know. What are we doing next? Where haven't they been? Where haven't they been? Is there anywhere that they haven't been? I don't know. Maybe they'll hijack a UFO or some shit. Anyway, that's all I got. Let me know if you agree. Let me know if you disagree. Whatever the case may be, drop it in the comment section down below. And you are now exiting the Cinema Chop Shop. I hope you have a magnificent day, and adios.